My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Dead Snow. And okay, so I remember watching this movie for the first time in my 10th grade film studies class, and I believe it was the second foreign film I ever watched after Troll Hunter. And it was one of the first zombie movies I've ever seen. I know I've seen Paranorman, I Am Legend, Shaun of the Dead, and the Dawn of the Dead remake. But like this was my first real bloody and crazy zombie movie. So yeah, anyways, I loved it. I thought this movie was bananas in the best way possible. And then I rewatched it a few years ago, and I still liked it, but nowhere near as much. And I just rewatched it again, and my thoughts haven't really changed. So let's begin by talking about the cast, and the performances are fine. They're convincing enough. I just wish the characters had a bit more personality. I just wish they brought a bit more energy here. Like, the only people I can really remember is the dude who hates blood, the dude who loves movies, and the girl who likes the dude who loves movies. But, like, I don't know. I know it's a generic horror movie group of characters. I did need a little bit more. And I do find the first half of this movie to be a bit of a drag. It takes far too long to get going, and I just wish the movie picked up the pace a bit earlier. And there's some really weird moments. Like, there's one scene where this one dude grabs another character by the neck, and everyone else is watching him and just not reacting at all. So, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's got issues, but the second half is where the movie comes alive. That is when the movie becomes a really fun, entertaining watch. And like I said, this movie has so much guts and gore and blood, and it's just delightful to watch. I really do like the insanity of this movie, and it also manages to be quite funny at points. Like, there's one scene where this dude is hanging off a cliff by hanging on to a zombie's intestines, and it's so over the top, but it works so perfectly. There's one scene where a character tries to throw a Molotov cocktail out the window, and he misses, and he burns the cabin down. There's okay, spoiler alert, but there's one scene where a dude loses his arm. Well, he gets bit, so he chainsaws off his arm, and he oh, what's it called when you put it up against a hot surface? Anyways, he does that just to make sure he doesn't get infected, and then he gets his dick bit by a zombie. It's actually really funny. And I do think, what's the director's name? Tommy Wakola balances the tone really well. And it's also a really nice looking movie. You know, I just like how this environment is brought to life here. I will admit some of the editing can be pretty choppy at points, and sometimes I'm like, wait, how, what? What? I don't know. Sometimes it feels a bit too disjointed. So you can definitely tell it's directed by a first time director, but you can also tell it's directed by a first time director who has a real vision. I do like the practical effects on display. I do like the insanity of this movie. I do like how bloody it can be, and it's yeah, like it picks up in the second half. I just wish the group of characters were more entertaining, and I just wish the movie got going a bit earlier. But I'd still give Dead Snow a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, I gotta be honest because I did do a review for this movie before, but it was one of my first reviews, and look, I'm not saying I'm perfect now. You know, I got a speech impediment, I've got a weird voice, but holy shit, was that video rough to watch. But, yeah, anyways, Dead Snow, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin out.